Hello bee people, welcome back to another episode of Let's Talk About Bees. So on today's episode, that is sponsored by our brand Hummingbee, I bring you the latest release that we had, which is an ebook about the 10 shocking facts about bee products that will help you and your family avoid getting sick. So pretty much I'm gonna break down this ebook on this YouTube series, and every week I'll be talking about one of those facts. But if you're impatient like I am, you can go to the description down below, and there's the link to download the ebook. So that way you can give it a read and have access to all 10 shocking facts about bee products. Okay, before we begin, please consider giving a thumbs up if you like this type of content, and consider subscribing as well to our channel. That way you'll be notified every time that we post one of these videos. Okay, let's get along with the content. So before we begin, a disclaimer, because I'm gonna be talking about health benefits of bee products and so on, and I want you to know that I'm not a doctor, I'm just a beekeeper. I'm a guy on the internet that is sharing some of the knowledge that is already out there, specifically scientific research. So please have that in mind. Okay guys, so let's move along with fact number one. So the fact number one that I talk about on the ebook is hard science or folk medicine. So around bee products and natural products, a question that arises is there's actually any research supporting any of the health benefits for any natural product, and specifically for bee products that are the ones that we're talking about here. So just for starters, bees have been around humans for thousands of years. So bees have been around for millions of years in this planet, but have been in contact with humans for thousands of years. And for example, there's a painting that is the one that you see on your screen, which is a painting that is on the spider cave in Barcelona in Spain, that dates back to 10,000 years. And it depicts what it seems to be a human collecting or harvesting some type of product, probably honey from a hive inside, probably what it looks like a tree. So bees and their products appear in many cultures. Their products, especially honey, is reported on the Romans, on Greeks, on Egyptians, and so on. So actually these products have been around for thousands of years, and from there's some support for the folk medicine. Okay, so what are these bee products? So I'm gonna be going in much more depth next week when we talk specifically about each one of the products. But just as an introduction here, I want to mention the products that we'll be talking about. So the main one, that is the most common one, is of course honey. The second one is bee pollen, and the third one is bee propolis. So these products that I'm mentioning here are the products that we humans actually consume, because bees produce some other two products, which are beeswax and bee venom, and these products can be used in products for medicine as well, but are not consumed. pretty much in cosmetics and some medicines, but the only ones that are consumed are honey, bee pollen, and bee propolis. And as I was mentioning, I'll be talking much more in depth about these products next week. Okay, so natural products are being studied extensively for a couple of decades now, especially because people are relying more and more on natural medicine. So we don't want to depend or our health to depend just on like traditional medicine. Specifically for the prevention of diseases, we want to use natural products, and bee products belong to that realm of natural products. So when you do a quick search on Google Scholar about the honey health benefits, it spits out around 281,000 peer-reviewed research papers. So this is just to show that there's a wide body of research around bee products, and for honey specifically, there's a lot of research papers. For bee pollen, something like the previous one, with 36,100 results. So this changes all the time, so if you want to have a look at it, probably the number will be slightly different, but it's close to that. And for bee propolis health benefits, let me take my camera off here. Oh, I can't. Okay, so for bee propolis, around 10,700 results. Okay, so the treatment of illnesses or the prevention of disease by bee products is actually called epitherapy. And many of those studies that I was showing you on the previous slide have been made in vitro, in vivo, and clinical studies. So what in vitro means is that is the type of study that is made, for example, with cells or chemical reactions that are outside of an organism. So researchers can infer some stuff from that. In vivo studies, as the name says, is on living organisms. Not always are humans, but sometimes animal studies as well. And clinical studies refer to applied research in humans and specifically for some types of diseases. So in bee products we found biocompounds, and biocompounds are a series of substances that your body actually does not need to function properly, but it helps with some of the functions and improves some of the functions, so it helps to improve your health, but it's not a compound that your body actually needs to survive. So from those biocompounds, bee products have many different substances, and you have to talk about every bee product and try to break down which biocompounds are present in each product. That we're going to talk about a little bit more about that next week. So, but in general terms, in bee products you can find flavonoids, phenolic acids, peptides, volatile compounds, and so on. And those ones have many different functions in your body. And as I was saying, we're gonna be talking about them specifically next week. This is just an introduction to those ones. So, and in general terms as well, some of those biocompounds have been found to have some health benefits, And as I was mentioning again, some studies have been in vitro studies and some in vivo and some as clinical studies. This is just in general terms. Some of the functions of bee products are anti-tumoral, antioxidant, antibacterial, antiviral, antifungal, and anti-inflammatory activity. And that comes from different substances inside of bee products. Also, there's some wound healing and immunomodulatory properties of these bee products. Okay guys, so that's a quick introduction of the fact number 1. So as you can see, bee products and bees have been around humans for a very long time, and there's some support for the folk medicine because it's been those products have been used for thousands of years. But in recent times, there's a lot of research that supports that folk knowledge and establishes that there's actually some scientific support for some of the health claims that bee products have. So next week we'll be talking about on our fact number 2, do bee products really work, and if so, how? So we're gonna break down every bee product, and we're gonna be talking about the health benefits and the substances that are present on these bee products and why those products work. Okay guys, so if you want to download your ebook right now so you can have a read to all 10 facts and don't wait for 10 weeks here on this YouTube video series, you can download your ebook on the description down below. And don't forget to give us a thumbs up for this video if you like this type of content, to subscribe and to activate the notification bell so you will be notified every time that we post a video. Okay guys, thank you very much for attending and hope to see you next week. Bye bye.